As far as myself, I'm a millennial, okay? And so, what do you recommend, the millennials in our demographic, what would you recommend them as far as looking to purchase their first home?
Sure.
Is there like some pointers?
Yes.
What do you recommend?
Well, I think the first thing is you have to know thyself and you have to know what your budget limitations are. My advice is to do a budget. In order for you to track your money, you need to see your money. And nothing is better than putting it on a piece of paper and putting down everything you spend money on and include everything from entertainment, from iPhone or your subscriptions to different apps. I mean, put everything down and look at your budget. And from there, you'll be able to better assess what you can afford. But I think there needs to be there needs to be other things. Before you can have financial success, you need to have good financial habits. And there needs to be a change in mindset. I find that millennials today tend to focus on the moment. And there needs to be a focus on the moment and many other moments in the future.
Yeah.
But sometimes you've got to sacrifice the current moment for a better moment in the future. So yeah, there needs to be better financial habits. We need to really assess. And I'll tell you, as I had been explaining to you earlier, I had come very close to losing my house. And it was not until I put together a budget that I had to look at every single day that I began to really reevaluate that sometimes did not become very evident to me in the beginning on some expenses, like why am I spending my money here? Sometimes I looked at it and I didn't think anything of it, but a month later I was like, I don't really need this. So do a budget and don't try to get into a big home. The key is to invest in something.
Get your feet wet.
Get your feet wet, and even if it's a small condo, you own something. You can either be a consumer or an investor. Consumers invest in
Nothing.
nothing, phones, clothes, things that don't gain value, cars.
They depreciate over time.
That depreciate. Investors are people who look for things that are going to bring assets.
Cash flowing assets, right?
Income producing assets. So,
okay.
Yeah, my first property was a small little place. I mean, it wasn't very big, and now, 15 years later, it's worth a lot more. So, nobody gets rich overnight, except maybe lottery winners and a few lucky people. But you build your wealth slow and steady, and with intelligence, and that takes strategy and calculation, and not decisions on impulse.